You can spot a red flag in your best friend's relationship from across the table. You see it the second she describes him. You know what he is, who he is, what he's doing, and where it's going. You would never. And then you go home, open your phone, and text back the man you've been describing to your therapist for 6 months. Because here's the thing, you already knew about him too. Not in hindsight, not after it ended, in real time. The knot in your stomach you called butterflies. The anxiety you relabeled as excitement. The voice you talked yourself out of because he's funny or he smells good. Or being chosen, even badly, still felt better than not being chosen at all. You're not dumb. You're not broken. You don't have bad taste in men. You have a nervous system that's learned to read love in a very specific dialect. And that dialect has chaos in it. That gap between knowing and doing is not weakness. It's the most human thing there is. And that's exactly what this book is about. Hi, I'm Dr. Victoria Panna, also known as Sex Dr. V. I'm a licensed professional counselor, clinical sexologist, and a sexual confidence and relationship coach. I earned a doctorate in human sexuality and 3 master's degrees in criminology, counseling, and education. My doctorate documents shifts in body image and sexual self-esteem in over 800 women after significant weight loss from weight loss surgery. I have over 16 years of clinical and coaching practice with thousands of clients. I've presented at major conferences in front of thousands of people on body image, self-concept, self-esteem, and trauma, and I was featured in a Condé Nast documentary alongside Gina Rodriguez. I teach at multiple universities, and I run a community of nearly 15,000 people who trust me to tell them the truth, even when the truth is, babe, that's a dumpster fire. I'm here to tell you about my completed book, She Makes Bad Decisions: Dating, Divorce, and Dumpster Fires. And before you ask, yes, I am the she. I was in Weight Watchers at 5 years old. I was sexually assaulted at 17. I married a man I begged not to marry. I paid for the wedding, blacked out at my own reception, and watched him get arrested 7 months later for domestic violence. And then, because apparently the universe wanted me to have material, I opened a dating app 6 months later and proceeded to date over 100 men. This book highlights the juicy ones, the 43 men who I give a nickname, and turn all of it into the book you'll be reading. 28 chapters, 43 nicknames, over 50 of the most absurd, hilarious, heartbreaking, and deeply human dating stories you'll ever read. A man who squealed like a pig after one thrust. A man who said, "I love you" in my pool and then just called me the dog walker behind my back. A man whose prostate massager vibrated across his own front porch when I returned his belongings. You can't make this shit up. And I didn't. But here's the thing. This isn't just a funny dating memoir. Every single chapter is built on 2 clinical frameworks I developed from my own doctoral research and practice. The Crown method, which is a real-time tool for when the date's going sideways right now, checks your body, recognizes the red flags, owns our worth, wires in new habits, and navigates the next steps. I also have the Queen framework, which is the post-pattern playbook for after the dust settles. It questions the pattern, unpacks the story, examines the evidence, establishes boundaries, and names your worth. Every chapter ends with a bitch, fix your crown moment. These are power moves that convert the story's lessons into something the reader can use immediately. Not affirmations, not journal prompts, actual tools. Field tested across years of clinical and coaching work and across my very own, very messy, very public, very human life. The book's thesis is simple. Self-abandonment, not any man, drove every bad decision in this book. And self-sovereignty, filling your own cup and giving from overflow instead of desperation, is how you stop the cycle without stopping your life. You don't need to be healed to love someone, but you need to love yourself enough to recognize the red flags, choose yourself first, and to stop pouring from an empty cup. The manuscript is complete. My community of nearly 15,000 have been asking for this book for 2 years. My coaching program, the Naked Confidence Protocol, launches this summer, and the market's ready. Women buy 74% of all self-help books, and not a single one on the shelf right now combines a doctorate in human sexuality, 16 years of clinical and coaching work, lived experience of domestic violence and post-divorce dating, proprietary frameworks, and humor this sharp in one voice. No one's writing this book because no one else has lived it and has the credentials to turn it into a toolkit. She Makes Bad Decisions is going to live in a glove box for prep talks before dates. It's going to get wine stains at girls' night. It's going to be the book girlfriends gift each other with the text that says, page 78, you. And it's going to help women stop abandoning themselves in the name of love and start choosing themselves. Crown on, cup full, with no apologies. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you considering my work. Can't wait to see you on the inside, queens.